Gary Montgomery. I'm going to start out with a joke because I've only got 15 minutes and you're not drinking, so probably going to waste some time. I subtitled this Operations in Nautical Twilight. There are some civilians here. I will define nautical twilight. It's a period immediately before sunrise or immediately after sunset when the world is gray and it's neither daylight nor dark. That kind of describes where we're at right now. The global security environment is generally characterized by undeclared wars and false peace. The Marine Corps is going through a period of transition. The civil affairs in the Marine Corps is going through an even bigger period of transition. Work. Now, we've done this before. We generally play, and I know I'm simplifying, but you know, it's 15 minutes. We generally perform two roles in national defense using the same forces. We've been the State Department's constabulary, and we've been expeditionary shock troops. On the left, we have the whole small wars thing. And on the right is...
Colonel, could I ask you to stand up a little bit closer to the microphone so it's hard?
Sure. How's this? Okay, how's this? Okay, as I said, we've traditionally performed two roles in the national defense using the same forces, and I think we've done it pretty well. On the left, you have the small wars, and on the right, more of the World War II type thing. If you had a task, if there were a collective task for being shock troops, it would run something like this. Task, win the battle. Conditions in the air, on land and sea, any climb and place. To what standard? Win even if your forces are destroyed in victory. Examples, Iwo Jima, Tarawa, Hue City. Now, following Vietnam, we went through a period of 28 years, from about 1975 until 2003, when we focused most of our efforts and training and attention on being expeditionary shock troops. The nation didn't want to go back to anything that even resembled Vietnam, and after having suffered 26% casualties, and then having our victories thrown away, that was fine with us. So we found ourselves in the enviable position of being invited to all the best parties, but not having to stay to clean up and organizational design. But you don't do it very often. The nation needs the constabulary a lot more often than it does shock troops. Now, you may sustain the same or equal damage to the national interest if you fail in either role. The difference is, if we fail in this role on the right, the secondary effects to national interest will happen much more quickly. And so the risk is greater, and so we need to prepare for that a little more. But we have to be prepared for both roles. Now we did, in that period, we did anticipate the long war somewhat in that we came up with